Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a while. I completely could not film. I was just so busy recently. These past 2 weeks have been absolutely crazy for me. I've just been running around and just being with family and stuff like that through the holidays, and I hope you guys understand. I was trying to get another video up the other day, but everything was just a mess and I wasn't feeling well, so it was just, I couldn't film, and it was just, I've just been sick and stuff just from, I guess I have like this nasty cold, but I have been taking medicine, so I might sound a little bit better. But yeah, today I wanted to share with you guys my 2014 beauty favorites. This is going to be part 1 because everything, I just have a lot of stuff, okay? There's just a lot of stuff and I don't know how to go about it, and so I'm going to do 2 parts. The first part is going to be all drugstore beauty favorites, and then the second part is going to be higher end stuff. So for you drugstore lovers, this is going to be your video. So I guess we'll just jump right in. Okay, so I'm not going to go in any sort of order or anything because I just have shit everywhere. So I'm just going to kind of grab what's in front of me, which is actually this body mist by Bath & Body Works. And I've had this thing since, like, I don't even know, like August. And it's in Velvet Sugar, and it just smells, like, so good. Like, I wish I could, like, just have you guys smell it, but it's just, like, sweet and, like, I don't know, I just love it. It's very fresh and it's just a really pretty fragrance, and I just absolutely love it, and it's only like $14 and it lasts forever. Like, as you can see, like, I don't even have, like, I haven't even gone through that much. So yeah, I've been loving this. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab this stuff too because this is actually just kind of like random stuff. I wouldn't say this is all drugstore because that was obviously Bath & Body Works, but I didn't really want to put it in the high-end one because I just thought I'd mention some random stuff along with the drugstore stuff, just because this stuff's really not that expensive. So this is the Ruck, I don't even know how to pronounce this thing, like, yeah. But it's a treatment and shine dual action repairing leave-in treatment for chemically treated hair, and it just repairs and it instantly strengthens hair by 51%. It just looks like this. You can get Sally's. I think it's like $9 or something like that, and I think it's like $8 if you have like a beauty club card or whatever. But this stuff really makes my hair shiny and soft, and I just love this stuff, and as you can see, I use it literally all the time. So yeah. So the next thing that I have is this one and only argan oil spray treatment. It's for instant shine, smooth frizz control, and color protection. And it's alcohol free. Looks like this. You can get it at Sally's. This is like the most amazing stuff ever. It makes your hair so like soft. It has literally helped my hair so much. I use it all the time. I use it when I get out of the shower and like when I'm blow drying my hair and stuff like that. Like if I'm just gonna let it air dry, I'll put it in. If I'm blow drying it, I'll put it in. When I'm straightening my hair, I'll use it. It's just amazing, and it's only like, it says, the price says it's with a beauty club card, it's only $8.99. I cannot talk. So it's very like inexpensive, and it's amazing for your hair, and if you have damaged hair, this will be like your new best friend, I promise. So the next thing that I have is this Ulta Purifying Cleansing Wash, and it's just a clarifying skincare line by Ulta. Looks like this, boring packaging, but this stuff is amazing if you have dry skin. It does not make my skin any more dry than it is, and I think it retails for at least like $8, maybe less, maybe like $7 or so. But I did include it in the drugstore one just because, I don't know, it's not super expensive and it's not like high end. It's not like a $30 like cleanser. So I just wanted to mention this, and I've been loving it since I got it, which is like around October, and I just had to mention it because it's one of my favorites, and I'm definitely going to be repurchasing it. As you can see, I went through it like pretty quickly. But yeah. Okay, so the next thing that's sitting here is this Equate oil-free eye makeup remover. I believe it's like a fake of the Neutrogena kind. Looks like this. You can get at Walmart. I think it probably retails for like $5 or something like that, maybe even less, but I'm not really sure. But this stuff's amazing. It's great getting off waterproof mascara and stuff like that, and I just love it. I use it with those little cotton rounds, and it gets like all my makeup off because my eyebrows like do not move. So this stuff is amazing, and I've been using it like all year, and it's just a really good makeup remover, and it's oil free, so it's great, and it doesn't leave your face like all oily and stuff. So yeah. Okay, so the next thing that I have is creams, like for your face or whatever, like facial creams, and the first one that I have is this Olay Active Hydrating Cream. It's the original formula. Looks like that. You've probably seen it. I've probably talked about it like 100 times. Love this stuff. It's really good if you have sensitive dry skin, because I have a really hard time finding moisturizers that don't burn my skin and stuff. So this is really amazing. It doesn't burn, and I have literally like used like the entire thing up, like as you can see. But it does last a while because you really don't need that much, because a little goes a long way with this guy. So yeah. So the next thing that I have is this Yes to Blueberries Age Refresh Eye Firming Treatment, and it's paraben free. And it's just a little lotion thing that you can get. It's like, I think it was like $9 at Walmart. I've been using this like probably since like the beginning of the year, and I just love it because it's very like moisturizing around your eyes, because in the winter I get very dry skin. And sometimes I'll get flaky up here and like under here and stuff, and it's just very moisturizing for your eyes, and it's good for your eyes because it's supposed to have like this eye firming treatment. And I've have noticed that my like little wrinklies down here, like there's like less of them. So I do love this, and I don't know, I love it because it's like a really good moisturizer if you have dry skin. So yeah, and it's from the drugstore, so it's pretty cheap. And yeah, the next thing that I have is this other cream that I recently have purchased, probably about like a month or two ago. But I had to mention it because it is like the most amazing cream if you have very dry skin like me, or sensitive skin for that matter. And it's a Cetaphil moisturizing cream for dry sensitive skin, and it has intense moisture for long lasting hydration, and it's fragrance free. Looks like this. I believe it was like $7. It's amazing. It is like such a thick moisturizer that you can really feel that it's working and hydrating your skin, and it's great for prepping before you put on your makeup, and I just love it. And I'm going to be repurchasing it like literally all the time because this is like my new love, and it doesn't burn, it doesn't smell, it's amazing, and I love it, so I had to mention it. Okay, so the next thing that I have is a setting spray, and I didn't want to put this in the drugstore section of my video because it's only $8 and you can get it at Ulta, and it's the Mario Badescu skincare, and it's the facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. Looks like this. I don't know if you can see it because my camera is like retarded. Looks like that. And you can see like I have like none left. I had to get a new one. But it's amazing. It's $8 and it's so amazing. Like you can spray it like right before you like put on your makeup or whatever, and like it hydrates your face, and it's just, it smells like roses, and it's really nice, and it's inexpensive, and you can set your makeup with it and stuff like that, and it lasts like a really long time, and I absolutely love this stuff. So yeah, the next thing that I have is another setting spray, and it's the NYX Dewy Finish long lasting setting spray. Looks like this, and I believe this retails for around $7 or $8 or something like that. Very inexpensive, and it does what it says, and I don't know, I've just been using it all year round since I've seen it in the store, and I love it. And I also have tried the matte one, but I love this one a lot more. And the smell's not that bad. It does smell a little weird when you first spray it, but it goes away like right after. So yeah, and it works really, really well. So yeah. Okay, so the next thing that I have is this Blistex Anti-Aging Treatment Deep Renewal Lip Protectant Sunscreen stuff. It's just a chapstick, and it looks like this, and it's like one of those ones, and it is super moisturizing, and I just love it. And I don't know how much it is because I actually got it in my stocking for Christmas. Like it was just one of those things that my mom throws in there, because I like literally was asking for chapstick from her like every time I saw her, because I would always forget mine. So she like got me like a ton of chapstick, and I thought it was really funny. But I absolutely love this stuff. It's very moisturizing, and I love it. So now I'm gonna go on to I guess I'll do these real quick. These are just like some primers. This is the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. Looks like this. Everyone has talked about this on YouTube. Looks like that. It's hard to see because my thing does not focus properly. Yeah, it looks like that. I just love this stuff. It's very it's very illuminating on your face, and you can mix it in with your foundation, or you can put it on as a primer. Either way, it's really pretty, and it's just amazing, and I have been loving this recently because it's so dry. Like my face is so dry, so it makes my skin look very dewy and healthy and not dry and cakey. So yes, I do love this very much. The next primer that I have is this Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. Everyone has raved about this this on YouTube. This stuff is amazing. I love it. It's very silicone-y, and it does feel a little greasy, but you do get used to it, and it is a very good primer. It gets rid of all your pores, and like literally like it's just one of those like amazing ones, and it's very cheap, and it's a really good affordable primer in my opinion, and if you haven't tried it, you need to try it. Okay, so the next one that I have is from the drugstore, but it is very expensive, but I didn't want to put it in a high-end one because it is from the drugstore. It's the L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur Instant Skin Smoother. It looks like this. This was huge on YouTube for a while, and everyone raved about it, and I was like, I am not spending $26 on a primer from the drugstore. Like, I'm just not doing it, and lo and behold, I did, and it's amazing. It's very thick. I will say it's very thick, and it erases the look of wrinkles, lines, and pores. It's amazing if you have a lot of pores, wrinkles, or anything like that. If you're older, this would be great for you just to put on before you put on your makeup. It will make you look very smooth, healthy, and you know, just very like not wrinkly or anything. But yeah, it's amazing, and I love it, and I don't know, I just think it's a really good overall primer. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to concealers. These two are from NYX, so I'm just going to get them out of the way, and they are the NYX Photogenic HD Photogenic Concealers. Look like this. I have one in lavender and then one in porcelain, I believe. Yeah. These are like holy grail status for me. I use them all the time underneath my eyes to highlight, you know, whatever. The purple one does make everything lighter, so like if you are very pale and stuff like that and you want like a highlight under here, try mixing the two. It makes them very light, and I just love it. It's very like full coverage, medium full coverage concealer, and they're really good, and they're like, I think like $5 from like the drugstore or whatever. I believe you can get NYX at CVS now, because I have seen that some CVS's are carrying that brand now, but I do get mine at Ulta. So yeah. Concealer that I have is a very heavy duty concealer. It ranges between $5 from the drugstore. I got mine at Walmart. It was like $5. It's the Hard Candy Glamouflage Heavy Duty Concealer. Looks like this. It is very heavy duty, and when I mean it is heavy duty, it is thick, and it will get rid of like anything. It's really good for like spots and stuff like that, and you have to kind of be careful using it under here. I wouldn't use a lot. Maybe mix a little bit with your foundation, and then it would be good for that. But I mainly use this for like spot concealing, and sometimes if I have really bad dark circles, I'll put this under my eyes, but I'll mix it with like with my NYX one just to make it so it's not so thick. But yes, I have been loving this all year, so yeah, had to mention it. And it's like $5, so let's be real. Okay, so then the next one that I have is like the love of my life. Like, I will repurchase this till the day I die. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles Treatment Concealer. Sorry, I had like this weird burp thing. And it just has like this little sponge applicator at the top, and it's kind of weird because it's like it kind of gets gunked up after a while, but it's a really good concealer. I love this so much. It blends out so amazingly. I just love this so much, and I've been using it for like ever now, and I will continue to do so. And I think it's like $5, so yeah, get real, like go get it. It's like $5, like come on, can't go wrong with that. Okay, so now the next thing that I have is actually a eye primer, like an eyeshadow primer for your eyes or whatever. This is the only one that I've used that is kind of like, I guess, drugstore. And it's the e.l.f. one. It's like $1. It looks like this, and it is really good for it being $1. It doesn't last that long, but it's $1. Like, come on. So I use it all the time. Like, if I'm not like using like my expensive stuff, I'll use this, and it works just as good, and it's just a really good base. So yeah, love that. Okay, so the next thing that I have is a little sponge, which you can get from Real Techniques, and it looks like this, and it looks like that, and it's supposed to be like a knockoff beauty blender thing, but this thing works just as good as the beauty blender in my opinion. It's not as bouncy as the beauty blender, but it's amazing, and I used it today. Like, I love this thing like more than anything, and I have the beauty blender, and I love them both. I love them both the same, but I do like the beauty blender a little bit more just because I don't know, like it blends out stuff a little bit easier than this one, but this is still really good if you are on a budget, and it's like $5. You can get it at Ulta. And I have seen it at Kmart. I have seen Real Techniques at Kmart. You can also go to Face Values. This was like $5 at Face Values because stuff is a little bit cheaper there. But yeah, it's amazing, and it's really good to apply your foundation and concealer with, and especially if you have dry skin, because you're pushing that, like, and you want to use it damp obviously, but because you're pushing that water into your skin, like, as you're doing it, it's very hydrating. So yeah, I've been loving this. Okay, so the next thing that I have is foundation. So I'm just going to go through these real quick because I don't want to be talking for like 20 minutes about each foundation. So this is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. This has been raved about on YouTube. So it's very self-explanatory. It's amazing. It's very like medium to full coverage. It is very buildable. And it's just a really good foundation. I have dry skin and I absolutely love this stuff. So yeah, I think it's like probably like $7 or something like that, but it's amazing and it's a really good foundation, and they have a pretty good selection, and it's very light. It's light enough for my skin, so I don't have to mix it with anything. So it's really great if you are fair, because they do have a very nice light shade. So yeah. Okay, so the next foundation that I have is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. Looks like this, and it is amazing. It's very dewy foundation, so if you do not like dewiness or anything like that, then you would not like this. It's not a matte finish at all. It's I would say it's like sheer to medium coverage kind of, depending on how much you apply, but I love this stuff so much for the winter because it's just so like hydrating. I feel like it doesn't make your skin dry, and it doesn't cake up or anything like that, and I just love it so much, and I've been using it for months now, and like I will continue to do so. It's just an amazing foundation, and it's just amazing. The next one that I have is this Manic Panic Dream Tone Flawless Foundation and Color Corrector. It looks like this. It's the white foundation by Manic Panic. This stuff's amazing to mix foundations with. That's why I had to mention it, because for all my pale princesses out there who have a hard time finding a foundation that is your shade, buy this and you can mix anything with it and it'll make it light enough for your skin tone without really changing the consistency of it. I suggest not wearing this on its own because it is pure white, unless you're going for like an FX thing or like some Halloween thing or something like that, because it is very pale. It's white, like, let's be serious. But it does have a very sheer consistency, so it's not gonna like completely white you out, but it will make your foundations lighter, and it's amazing for that. And for the price, it's like $9. I just had to mention it. And you can get it on eBay. You can get it on the Manic Panic website. I personally got this one off of eBay, and it has lasted me quite a bit. So yeah. So the next one that I have is the L'Oreal True Match, the original, and it looks like this. The only thing I don't like about it is the fact that it comes in such a small bottle. It's like it runs out super quick, but it is an amazing foundation. Every time I've recommended it to someone, they've loved it, and I just absolutely love it so much, and I've repurchased it a few times now, and I've just been using it all year, and it's great. It's just a very good basic foundation to have in your collection, and yeah. And they also come in a like huge variety of colors, so like anyone, any shade, any skin tone that you are, you'll find your shade, I promise. So the next foundation that I have, which is the last one for drugstore, this is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Foundation in 105. Now this is way too dark for me on its own, but I do mix it with my Manic Panic stuff. But this is an amazing foundation. I got it in my $20 makeup challenge, and I've loved it since. Like literally, like I've bought 2 of these already. Okay, so the next thing that I have is eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes. I have 2 palettes that are from the drugstore that I absolutely love. And this is the Natural palette by NYX. It looks like this in the packaging, and it looks like this. Now you have neutral colors, you have 3 matte shades and 3 shimmer shades. It's very pretty. It's just a very neutral palette. And I just think it's great, like for like, especially if you're on a budget and you want like a nice just regular palette. NYX does have like different ones and stuff like that, and I haven't tried them. This is the only one that I've tried, but I've heard really good things about the other ones as well. So if like you like smoky eyes better than just natural eyes, then go for the smoky palette, because they have a really good smoky palette as well. Sorry, my phone went off. But yes, I love this just for my natural days, and I will swatch them for you. Once you put them on the eyes, they are very blendable. So that's like that creamy white shade, and then these are the other 4, and then the dark one looks like that. It's just like a brownish color. So yeah, it's a nice palette, and I think it's good for the price, and especially if you're on a budget and you can't like afford like like a naked palette or something, this is a good alternative to have. And when you put these types of shadows on your eyes, they're very easy to blend, because I've used this thing like tons of times, and I love it. And yeah. Okay, so the next palette that I have is this Wet n Wild palette, which is $5, and Wet n Wild shadows are amazing. They are so pigmented and just so creamy, and they blend out like a dream. So like if you have not tried Wet n Wild shadows, then you need to. This is my favorite palette by them. So this is the one in Comfort Zone, and you can still get this. This is like an original one. This has like very neutral colors in it. Sorry, I just almost broke it. But it looks like this, and it's very pretty. It has very pretty shades in it. Like you have like your warm tones over here, and you have like cooler tones over here, and it's just amazing. And the pigmentation on this thing is like, oh, like for $5, like come on. And they're all shimmer, which I mean, if you don't like matte, if you don't like shimmer, then you probably won't like this palette. But it's an amazing palette, and I'm gonna swatch the first 5 on this hand for you guys real quick. So those are the first 4. Those are all like the neutral shades, and they're super pigmented and amazing. And then the next one, I'll swatch them. So then this is like the cooler tones I'm swatching, and they're just so soft. Like even just touching them, it's just like to die for. Like look at the pigmentation on that. Like look at that green one. Like seriously, it's just gorgeous. Like I don't even know. Like you can't go wrong with this palette. It's amazing, and it's $5, and it's from the drugstore, and you need to get it. It's just amazing, and I've used it literally all the time. Like it's like my go-to palette. Like seriously, it's amazing. Okay, so the next thing that I have is a powder, and it's this Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder, and it's in 011 Creamy Natural. Looks like this, and I'm only showing you guys this one because my other one is literally shot to shit. Like it's like embarrassing. Like you can't even like see the name on it anymore. Like look at that. That's just like embarrassing. And I still use that one. Like come on. Like I have a brand new one sitting in my drawer, and I'm still using that one. Okay, so but yes, this is a very good powder. It leaves you matte. It's a really good setting powder if you like a matte finish, and I've been loving this thing, and I think it's like $4, and sometimes you can get it like in a 2-pack if you're lucky, and I love it. Okay, so the next powder that I have is actually my last face powder, and it's this Airspun loose face powder. Looks like this, and it is literally like holy grail status at this point. It's such a good loose powder to use, and I'm not going to open it because when you open it, it's like all powder because I took the thing off because the thing was just retarded and I could not get any powder out. But I'm not going to open it. But mine is in Naturally Neutral 070 to 11 or whatever. I don't know. They have a translucent one, but I didn't want the translucent one. I wanted one with a little bit of coverage. It's just amazing, especially if you use it with like a wet beauty blender, like a damp beauty blender, and set your under eye concealer. Oh, it's amazing. It works really good, and I believe it's only like $5. So I've been loving this recently, and I had to mention it in my yearly favorites because when I discovered this thing, I just been obsessed, literally obsessed. Like I can't stop using it. Okay, so the next thing that I have are bronzers, or like contouring things, whatever you want to call them. This is the NYC Smooth Skin and Sunny Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny. Looks like this. It's about $2 at the drugstore. It is a great matte bronzer. It looks super orange in the packaging, but it's really not when you put it on the skin. Like I've used it a ton of times, and I'm super pale, so I promise you it is not orange when you put it on your skin. It's just a really good bronzer, and it's a matte bronzer, and it's $2, and I've been using it like for like a year and a half now, and I love it. The next bronzer that I'm about to show you, well, it's technically a blush, but I use it as a bronzer. It is beaten to crap, and it has tape on it, so don't judge him. He has been through a lot. So it's this NYX blush, and it's in taupe, and it looks like this, and as you can see I had to tape it because this thing cracked. Looks like that. It's just a very taupey shade. It's amazing. It's so good if you are like very pale and you like a contouring shade that is not too orangey. This is perfect. I have not seen this blush in stores. I had gotten it online, but I have been using it for like the past 4 months, and I've just just been obsessed with it and can't stop using it, and it's so great for like pale skin. I promise you, you will love me forever if you buy this powder. Okay, so the next thing that I have are eyelashes, which I'm just going to get out of the way real quick. Which these are Ardell eyelashes, but they just came in like this different packaging. But you can get them separately. I had like 3 of these things, and like I just love this thing so much because it comes with 2 of them, and they were on sale at Walgreens for $4. They look like that, and they're just really pretty. You can get these like at Walgreens, like, or like in the like just eyelash section, like on their own. And they're just Ardell lashes. And I just love them so much, and I love these for like my natural kind of days. And then these are my holy grail. These are the Fantasy Makers Bewitching Eyes extra long eyelashes. Look like this. The Ardell 115s are also my holy grail, but I don't have a package to show you because I'm like all out of them, so I have to order more. But this one is the closest one to them. I'm sure you can find these online as well, and they're only like $6. I got them at the Halloween store for like 50% off, so I got like a ton of them. But yeah, I love these, and they're my holy grail status, and they're my beauty favorites. And I just had to mention the eyelashes. And once you start wearing eyelashes, I'm telling you right now, they are an addiction, and you will never stop wearing them. So yeah. The next thing that I have is this NYX eyebrow gel, which is in black, and it looks like this. It's my holy grail status. I use this every day. Been using it for like the past 4 months, and I had to mention it. It's like $5, and if you're looking for a great eyebrow gel and you really don't feel like spending the money on like an Anastasia product or anything like that, then this is like amazing. It's just like the dip brow, except for it's in a tube obviously, but it's so great because it doesn't dry out because it's like so compacted. And the stuff that I use to apply is this Anastasia brush in the number 12, and mine broke, so this is like Ratchet Life right now because it's taped. So that's like kind of embarrassing, but yeah, it's an $18 brush, and I have to go buy a new one now, so I'm kind of pissed. But I did want to mention this real quick because this is what I used to apply it with, and everyone asks what I use for my eyebrows, and this is it. And I did an eyebrow video, so I'll link that down below. But yeah, so now for eyeliners, I have a few. These 2 are from NYX, and they're the retractable eyeliners. One's in black and one's in white. The white I use for my waterline sometimes down here, and the black I use like to tight line, and I also use it down here sometimes as well. They're just really great eyeliners to have, and they're super inexpensive. I believe they're like $4, and they last quite a bit, and they're super pigmented. Just love the pigmentation, and I hate like eyeliners that you'll buy and like you have to go like this like 100 zillion times. It's just like no, like I can't do this right now. So yeah, they're just super pigmented, and they're super inexpensive, and I just love them so much. As you can see, they're like super pigmented, and I just had to mention them because I use them literally all the time. Like I've been using these things for years now. So the next thing that I have are liquid eyeliners, which I love so much. I am a huge liquid eyeliner fan. I do like gel, but not as much as liquids. These I use a lot more, just because I just feel so much more comfortable with them. I feel like I'm not really a big gel person because it's very like thick, and I like a very precise line, so I like these a lot more. So the first one that I have is the Maybelline Line Stiletto. Looks like this. It is great. It has a felt tip, looks like that, but it is like super black. Like look at that, like, and it's just so easy to use, and it's very flexible and stuff like that, so you can get like a really good wing with it. And then the next one that I have is this NYX liquid black liner. It's the collection Noir. It looks like this. It's just a black liquid liner by NYX. I've been using this thing for years. This thing is amazing, and it lasts like forever, and it has a super thin point like for a tip or whatever, and it's just so like precise and stuff. And you can just get like a really good wing with it as well. Okay, so the next thing that I have are illuminators or highlighters. These are like holy grail status in my opinion. This one is so underrated, and I don't know why. It's from e.l.f. and I believe it's like a $3 baked highlighter. Looks like this, and you can get it online. It looks like that. And oh my god, it is so pretty. And it's in, what is this in? Moonlight Pearl. It is so pretty. I love this thing so much, and you can also use it like wet. Look at that. Like, it's just so pretty. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like super pretty, and it has like a champagne-y color, and I feel like no one talks about these, and I don't know why. Okay, so the next highlighter that I have is by NYX, and it's an illuminator, and it's in Ritualistic. I've talked about this a few times now on my channel. It's beautiful. It's like, I think it's probably around like I want to say like $8, maybe $9. and you can get it at the drugstore. It's just a very beautiful champagne color. It reminds me a lot of the Mare Luminizer by The Balm, but a little bit more like champagne-y. Very pretty. It's this one right here. But yeah, I just love it so much. The next one that I have is a NYX one, and this is one of their macaroon ones, which I've talked about before, and this is the one that's in Black Sesame. It's a gray lipstick. Like, you just look dead when you wear this, and it's just amazing. Which I don't know why that's a good thing in my opinion, but I just love it so much. I love this gray lipstick. It's just beautiful, and I love it so much, and I've been using it like non-stop, and I'm probably gonna run out and have to buy a new one. Alright guys, so that's it for my 2014 Beauty Favorites Drugstore Edition. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you guys have some products in mind that you might want to try. These are all amazing products in my opinion, and I love them so much. I use them all the time, and I've loved them all year round, and I will continue to do so. They are some of the greatest finds that I have ever bought. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say, so until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye!